How's it going? Welcome back to the Mystic PPE. I've been doing some exercise in my free time. What do you guys think? We looking good? Anyways, we got a nest starting off with. I haven't played in a few days, so I'm gonna be a little rusty, but you know, that's fine. I should be able to just acclimate really easily, and it looks like people don't even want to do this. There's 4 people here. We'll give it a shot. The last video, we ended up getting the staff, we got the ring, and now we have 3 out of the 4 pieces of the set. I wasn't even intending of getting the set, but I mean, now it's like, do I not? Yeah, I mean, the enchantment orb is pretty cool, but I also know that the magmatic orb does damage itself, which is really cool. So if you guys think I should try to farm for the full set, let me know. I'm just not going to do this. This is such a fucking waste of time. All of us are under-geared, under-leveled. It's just going to take 5 years to complete that, and I'm not really in the mood for that right now. And also not... 220? What the fuck's doing 220? Holy shit. Not in the mood to take a fuck ton of damage, but it looks like I'm not going to get what I want this time around. I think for now, I need a lot of decks. So let's go fix that issue. Let's farm some Sprite Worlds, just a little bit, just a little tiny bit. I hate farming Sprite Worlds, if I'm being honest. It's something that I struggle with these days. Because it's like, why would I run... Why would I run... Help me out here. Why would I run a Sprite World when I can run a DDoX and get like 7 pots? It doesn't make any sense. DDoX, if you're new to the game, run Sprite Worlds, but if you have been playing for a little bit, DDoX is just so good. It's actually ridiculous. If you guys aren't running DDoX, you're missing out heavily. Let me just say that. Also, we're doing 1,000 damage per shot. Is that right? Holy shit. 1,200 damage a shot? The problem is we're firing them at the same pace that Grandma booms out cookies. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't want to elaborate. But I realize now that I've hit the record button, my brain is very slow. A lot of the neurons that are normally going like pew 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 pew, they're like poo poo. I'm slow right now, and I'm slow in general, but especially right now. I've had a good day so far, though. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, whatever it is you're taking on in the world. Maybe you're trying to be an Olympic champion. Maybe you're trying to be, you know, big, heavy bodybuilder. Me, I'm just a guy at my computer who's trying not to be too anorexic. Wait, it's Crab Rave? I didn't even know. Oh, shit. We have such potential to get pots here. And I don't know why that crab is not moving. What? Normally, he's supposed to, like, chase you. Double pots, too? This is why we love DDoX. Normally, you know, you can't expect this to happen every DDoX, but this is the treasure room, so we're going to call it. But I've been thinking about, you know, I've been reevaluating my life and, like, where I'm at. And I think it's good to do that every now and then. Just kind of do a little life assessment. See, do I like what I'm doing with my life? Is it tiring? Is it worth it? Do I want to keep doing this? Don't worry. Well, I'm going to say don't worry. I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm kind of talking about YouTube a little bit, but I like what we're doing with YouTube right now. So nothing's going to change with that, except, you know, I'm still dancing with the 2 videos a day idea, but I do think as it stands right now, it would be a big undertaking, but that might change in the future. So I know I said expect 2 videos a day. That is not the reality of the situation. It's unfortunately, I don't think I can sustain 2 videos a day without sometimes missing a day or 2. And I feel like it's better to try to be consistent with 1 video a day than to do 2 videos a day and then not upload the other half the time. It just doesn't make sense for the algorithm. It doesn't make sense for you guys. It's like you can indulge sometimes, but you can't indulge other times, and it just feels shitty. Speaking of feel shitty, half my health is gone. But I do realize that having only like 20 minutes of footage a day, or like 20 or 30, it's not a lot of time to be watching content. Like my favorite content creators, they're pumping that shit out like Granny Margaret pumps out fucking newborns. Can we... I didn't even hit it. I should have switched to my other staff. That would have been the move. And, oh, the other crab died right there, but I didn't get a bag. But, what was I saying? Granny Margaret, newborns. Yeah, no, she's a hoe. Fucking Granny Margaret, dude. If you see her, tell her I said hi, though. I hope she's well. And if your grandmother's name is Margaret, then, well, do I have a story for you? Do I have a little secret to share? Maybe Margaret will share with you instead. But yeah, uploading one video a day. Not a lot of content to watch, so I have been thinking about it. I've been pondering my orb. And actually, I know most people didn't watch the Deep Rock Galactic Survivor videos, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. What I will say, though, is that it's some of my proudest content yet. I know Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is not a very popular game, so you guys probably aren't even interested in watching the game to begin with, which is, again, completely fair. But I was happy with that series and very happy with that game, and there's still episodes to come. We have orc lag, so be careful. Wait, we got T. Yeah, I got a dex pot. We needed 11 decks, now we need 7. Well, look at these beautiful paintings. Who is that, though? Is that supposed to be the king? Because that doesn't look like the king to me. It's like if the king and Oryx had a incest baby. Because if you didn't know, the king and Oryx are actually brothers. I know this isn't canon to the lore, but it's canon to me. So let's like veto what the actual lore is. I think we could do that. I think if we got enough people in on it, we could actually change the lore of Realm if we wanted. If I just started nonsense like, oh yeah, no, fucking the king and Oryx are brothers, then we might actually get that to become a thing in the game. That's what happened with WoW, actually. I'm pretty sure. People were just like making their own shit. And actually it happened with the Call of Duty zombie storyline too. People came up with their own headcanon for like who the Shadow Man is and stuff like that. And then they actually turned the Shadow Man into a fucking character in the third game. It's like, what? It's cool. I wasn't a big fan of how the third game played, but I did like the third game's lore and stuff like that. But they got like too involved into the aliens and shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about Call of Duty Zombies. Black Ops 3 kind of started to taper off from zombies and go more on an upswing towards aliens and extraterrestrial shit. That's not my forte. It does explain how the zombies were created, sure, but it's just not what I enjoyed. It's not what I enjoyed. And that's really important. Like, you got those, not the Telltale games, the Dark Pictures games, like Man of Medan, House of Ashes, Little Hope. Those games are great, but sometimes the endings just fucking piss me off. Like the ending to House of Ashes, I was like, okay, dude. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Fine. Spoilers, I know. Wait, your realm closed, right? Let's go to the new realm. Well, it looks like there is no other realm, and that is fucking beautiful. I hope this man cherishes this item and never loses it. The day I get a Divine Corruption Cutter is the day where I have a kid. Just spontaneously birth a kid out of the... Never mind, I can't say that on YouTube, I don't think. But, you know, out of my appendage. Out of my third leg. Out of my 1-inch third leg. But what do we need? We need 5 dex, 10 attack. We're maxed on def and speed? Why am I maxed on def? Is that because I've done a lot of abysses? Because I'm almost maxed on vit too, right? Yeah, I only need 2 more vit. You get 20 vit from this set. We need a lot of whiz. You know what? That move? See, first of all, this is why I fucking hate this stat. Do you see this shit? That fucker should have died ages ago. But I think the move is actually to go to, not Dead Church, Haunted Hollows. You get so much whiz from Haunted Hollows. But I'm curious, a little survey for you guys. Let me know in the comments. What are you thinking of Realm right now? Not like me recording it. Well, sure, that too. Me recording it, but what do you think of the state of the game? Do you guys like the state of Realm? Do you not like where it's at? Do you wish things were different between us? I mean, between the games, sorry. That's something different. What is that? I like it because it's golden and I want to keep golden things in my inventory. Am I materialistic? Absolutely. Spec penetration? Hold up. Please be Oculon. Please. Gaben. If there's anything I want for Christmas, by Christmas I mean July Christmas, please make this boss Oculon. Let's see. Please. Fuck. And I'm not gonna do it. And I'll tell you why. I don't have the damage output. right now. I really don't. I'm missing 5 decks. I'm missing 10 attack. And my staff, to be blatantly honest, is dog shit. I fucking hate this staff. I hate this piece of garbage dog shit. Watered down, slow fire rate, worthless staff. I hate it. But I'm using it because it gives me bonus stats. And it's also part of a full set. And that is cute and thematic. Cute? No. It's not cute, but it is thematic. But yeah, I was hoping that the Crucible this season would actually be a little more engaging than it has been. Like, it's not so interesting. The Crucible just doubles your attack and have your decks. And it seems like it'd be really good to scale attack with stuff like that, but it doesn't count as like, oh, give me that. It doesn't count as like bonus stats, so it doesn't scale your enchantments more. The only thing it helps is with abilities that scale off of attack. That it does help with. So like Samurai with the Shaitan's Walkie, Sorcerer with the Scepter of Devastation. Those things are really good this season. But it just yeah, it's not that interesting, I don't think. And I wish it was. I don't even really remember what last season's Crucible was at this point already. But I know I enjoyed it, whatever it was. But it's just I reached a point where I am starting to get a little tired of the game. But I think that's normal. I mean, if you play a game 132 hours in 2 weeks, yeah. Yeah, no shit. You're gonna get fucking tired of it, no matter what the game is. So, I've been trying to play Realm less in my free time. And by less, I mean not at all. I've been trying to play games less in general. And I think it's been helping. But enough about me. Let's talk about some life lessons. Let's talk about the state of the world, state of society and shit like that. I've realized that, well, I've realized this before, but I re-realized it again recently. The world is very competitive in everything you do. And some people just naturally aren't competitive. And just the way society is, you have to be to some degree. And it sucks. It may feel like an asshole. But you have to be competitive, otherwise you're gonna fall behind. And that's how work is. That's how people that are highly intelligent end up working jobs at McDonald's, because they're not competitive. And so if you can find it within yourself to have that competitive edge, then you're gonna do great things. Like, I think as gamers, I'm not even kidding. I think being raised on tycoon games and understanding marketplaces like World of Warcraft and Roblox, and I know, Roblox and shit like that, and RuneScape, understanding that, we actually have such a leg up on other people. It's actually so useful, you have no idea. And this applies to the real world. It's just, I think a lot of people fail to apply it to the real world because it's just kind of different. Like, when you're playing a tycoon, you have a steady income and, like, you know, the money's just coming. You don't have to work super hard and feel every hour that passes to get increases in income. But I really, truly think that if you played life like a video game, maybe not GTA, because GTA, well, no, I mean, it depends on the person you are. In GTA, what's the fastest way to make money? Probably the least moral way, right? Like, I don't know. Well, actually, that's not true. Like, you could kill people on the sidewalk, but if I remember correctly, hello? Oh, yeah. Hello, beautiful. Mwah. Love you, white bag. If I remember correctly, when you run over fat chicks on the sidewalk in GTA, they only drop about like $22 to $46 anyways. So it's really not a great way to make money. A much better way to make money is with races, but and like bank heists. Bank heists, that's the way. But obviously you're not gonna go and rob a bank, right? Right. So another reef into reef. Unfortunately, that's not a thing anymore. It used to be before they changed the Abyss enchantment. There was a dungeon modifier where you had a 50% chance of the dungeon dropping again with that same enchantment. So theoretically, you could have an infinite chain of the same dungeon with the same modifiers, but they made it so it doesn't chain, unfortunately. And I wasn't even playing during that time. It sucks, because I would have loved to see that. I don't know what I would have chained. Probably spec pens, knowing me. But yeah, I think there's, like, if I were to take a business class, I've been wanting to take a business class because I want to see actually not how much I'll learn, but how little I'll learn because of what I already know. And by the way, if you guys are in high school or something and you're thinking about college, there's very few jobs where I think it is actually beneficial to go to college for. Very few. Like so many, if you're doing some sort of trade, don't fucking don't go to a trade school. Don't go to college. But I think everybody knows that. But yeah, very few jobs you actually need to go to college for. I think a big reason people go to college is as a way to bide time so they don't have to work right away or give them time to think about what they want to do with their life. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I want to do, but you know, I'm doing YouTube, so that's cool. It'd be cool if I could make YouTube a thing, but at the same time, I know that one video a day, don't know if that's enough. But there's a lot more that goes into it. But you guys don't care about that. I don't need to talk about that. Video quality matters a lot, and you know, are my videos quality? It's subjective, but are there things that I do objectively bad and objectively good? Almost certainly. And there's a lot of things you can improve at. But yeah, I think college is just a way to bide you time. And I think, yeah, a lot of people, they go to college because the real world is scary. It's like, oh shit, working this job and working day in, day out, it's hard. And it is hard. But it's like you have to choose. Do you want to work for some shitty company, some shitty boss that you don't fucking care about, and you're just there to make an honest wage, being paid pennies an hour, or do you want to actually use some of the things you've learned over the course of your life and be your own boss and do your own thing? There's benefits and downsides to this. Like successful entrepreneurs, they are constantly thinking of their job even off the clock. That's the thing with a 9-to-5 is you clock in, you do the job, you get off, you don't think about it anymore. But being an entrepreneur, you're constantly thinking about, okay, how do I manage this? How to manage that? What do I need to improve on? What's doing good? What's doing bad? A lot of shit to think about. But I think that it's much more fulfilling work. I mean, do you really feel fulfilled working a 9-to-5? I don't. When I did. And I know that. And so I really, really don't want to go back to working at a fucking warehouse because I feel zero satisfaction. The only time, okay, there are times where I feel some level of satisfaction, and that's when I'm talking with a nice customer. Usually, there are usually nice people there, and that's actually when I was working at Lowe's and Home Depot, shit like that. Dude, the main thing that kept me around was the customers and my coworkers. I fucking hated the job, the actual job itself. Not for me at all. Because I'm the kind of person, like, I don't know. I just want to do whatever I do. I want to enjoy it, and I want to be good at it. And I wasn't good at my warehouse job, and I wasn't in a position where I could make changes to like how things work, like the system and stuff. And that's another thing is when you're working for a company, you don't work under your conditions and you know your workflow and your rules and shit like that. You work under someone else's rules and conditions, and it makes it really fucking difficult. Sorry, I'm losing train of thought because I can't get a sprite world. Okay, we'll do this fucking ship then. I rarely ever do this, but you got to shoot the cannons, and the boss will die if you shoot the cannons. But if you're working under someone else's rule, then you really, like, so many companies, there's so much bloat, there's so much bullshit, there's so many middlemen that are stopping you from doing what you want to do. Like, how often do you wonder why a system works the way it does, and then ask someone about it, and then realize that they don't fucking know either, and it works just because people say that's the way it works? Every single time I talked with any sort of higher up at my job, it was always just, oh yeah, no, it's just how it is. It's just the way it works. But I need to know why that's the way it works. It's like with math. I've talked about this before. The reason why calculus pisses me off and shit like that is because I wasn't explained to like why stuff works this way. When you start getting into pre-calc, But really, algebra 2, when you start getting into algebra 2, they'll say, oh yeah, just plug it into your calculator. Oh yeah, just do that. Why? Why though? Oh, it just works. Well, could you just, if the calculator can do it, then it's obeying a formula that allows it to understand how to do it. So how the fuck do you do it? Let me self-calculate, please. But they don't do that, and it's really unfortunate. Like, for example, I wanted to understand how a calculator, because you don't learn this until way later on. I wanted to understand, how does a calculator calculate a number like the square root of 3? We have the square root of 4, square root of 9. You know, you have the ideal perfect square roots, but I didn't know what if it's not perfect. What's the square root of 6? Right? It's like it's higher than 2, but it's lower than 3. So what the fuck is it? And I don't want to die here talking about math, but it was just pissed me off. And so apparently you actually end up learning about this in calculus 2. They teach you this shit in pre-calc or algebra 2, but you learn about it 3 years later in calculus 2, which is just fucking stupid and annoying. But yeah, it gets into irrational numbers and all that shit. So if you're curious, look into it. I'm not going to sit here and teach you. You get the gist. And at the end of the day, the calculator does do it. Rest in peace, Karate P. You will be missed. That guy fucking died. Got shit on. This crab is pretty rough, honestly. I think we're... Blind fight! I teleported! Oh my god, dude, this fucking crab. This fucking crab. I can't. I'm not in a mentally good enough headspace for this. I can't handle this right now. I can't fucking do this. Why am I here? Why are we here? Why is anyone here? This is the deepest fucking episode I've ever had. God damn it. I'm just gonna wallow in my fucking sorrow after this video. I'm such a failure. I'm such a loser. Now everybody's gonna berate me in the comments, call me a fucking retard, degenerate scumbag. And you know what? Every single one of you, you're all right. You're all right. And so to try to fit that identity and that notion, I'm gonna get a haircut because I'm coconut head. I just am. I look like I'm balding. I'm not balding. And I just got this weird bling bling boy middle part. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm gonna get a haircut, and I'm probably gonna get a douchebag haircut, or maybe even go bald. So look forward to that in the future, I guess. But yeah, that is going to do it for the Mystic, I guess. Unfortunate as it is, that's it. That's the final character. That's the final PPE. I've done everything. I've done rogue, wizard, priest, warrior, knight, paladin, sorcerer. I've done it all. Not well, not well at all, but I've done them all. But when I started doing these, actually, it was a few years ago. Most of you probably haven't seen it, but I started with a sorcerer PPE, and in those videos, I didn't even talk because I was very new to YouTube, and I was at the time sharing a room with someone, so I didn't want to impede on them and take away from what they were doing by being distracting. And it's also just like, if I was recording this and my fucking parent was sitting right over there, I'd be like, oh my god, like you wouldn't hear any dick jokes basically, and so my content, the quality of my content would drop by about 95%. So luckily, one of my parents is not sitting right there. But yeah, since I didn't talk in those videos at the time, they're much lower quality and much, less entertaining, hopefully, than my videos are these days. And so if you guys would want to see a reboot of something like Sorcerer or Archer or I don't even like Knight. Was there videos of Knight I didn't talk in? Not sure. But yeah, if you guys would want to see that, let me know in the comments. Let me know what games you want me to play. But as of now, that's going to do it for the PPEs. I will find other realm content to do. I will find other games to do. Don't worry. Not going anywhere. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to let me know down in the comments down below. But that being said, have a good day. Have a good night. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.